The information on this YouTube channel is not intended or implied to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. All content including text, graphics, images, and information contained on or available through this YouTube channel is for general information purposes only. Somebody Gotta Say This Shit makes no representation and assumes no responsibility for the accuracy of information contained on or available through this YouTube channel, and such information is liable to change without notice. One is encouraged to confirm any information obtained from or through this YouTube channel from other sources and review all information regarding any medical condition and/or treatment with a physician. Never disregard professional medical advice and/or delay seeking treatment because of the information accessible on this YouTube channel. Somebody Gotta Say This Shit does not recommend, endorse, or make any representation about the efficacy, appropriateness, and/or suitability of any specific test, products, procedures, services, opinions, healthcare providers, and/or other information that may be accessible on this YouTube channel. Somebody Gotta Say This Shit is not responsible nor liable for any advice, course of treatment, diagnosis, and/or any other information, services, and/or products obtained through the information accessible on this YouTube channel. Somebody Gotta Say This Shit.
The following program is rated TVMA. Viewer discretion is advised.
Somebody gotta say this shit, so this a bitch. Fuck your government. I'm hesitant to holler out that I'm in. I represent hollow points and Mac tears. But don't think them shots coming out of them. Last thing that you see is Nat Turner's grin. I'm a savage, not the average white boy, my friend. We ain't shooting. Fuck red, white, and blue. Earth they nerve like militias in the booth. Spit that word like the wisdom nigga too. Get that herb like I need a blunt or two. Fuck y'all all, each and every one of you. You niggas wanna stay asleep. Fuck you motherfuckers too. All you niggas ain't loyal. Fuck the government soil. Bring heat to the planet, to this motherfucker boil. There's no more talk. Through the grave y'all walk. I talk for the slave from the grave. It's war.
Brad, bring your dumb ass here, boy. You stupid motherfucker. But that's the point of this fucking show. Somebody gotta say this shit. Well, I'm going to say that I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. Oh, these YouTube streets, aka the information desert, is on fire. Oh, have you heard all the bullshit that is going on within the so-called YouTube streets? It's a lot. It's a lot, but there's one particular character. Oh, that I just couldn't resist. I just couldn't resist putting, you know, a few coins within the thought well of YouTube. You know, the shit that I have been seeing, the shit that I have been hearing. It is amazing, folks. You see the title? Where is Brad's intellect? Uh, where is Brad's intellect? Yeah. More on that later. I am Mr. Somebody. Hold on, man. You know my platform. Somebody got to say this shit. And, my platform, I am the host of it. And my name is I am Earth the Nerve, aka Mr. Somebody. Everybody somebody. Somebody gotta say this shit. Oh, and we got somebody to talk about today. Did you see it? I've seen it. Oh, I got okay, so peace, salute to you, Miss Keish. I really hope I'm saying your name correctly. Peace, salute to you, Miss Keys. Thank you for if you could please like, subscribe, and well, you've already subscribed, like I've subscribed to yours. Share this channel, share this live right here because I am about to talk about the comings and goings of a very amazingly hypocritical, self-destructive YouTube troll. And again, first I would like to go ahead and welcome. I'm gonna go ahead and welcome anyone that's watching from the so-called beef sector. Welcome. How are you? How you doing today? This is the last day of February, the final day of February within the Gregorian calendar year of 2023. And salute anyone watching in from the beef sector. I also want to salute anyone watching from the Mode 3 sector. And yes, this information involves those two sectors. Mode 3, salute to anyone from the Mode 3 sector watching. Please share this live. Ghetto! Okay, hold on, man. I'm trying. Uh, and of course, the dark cloud, and I haven't been. Am I wrong? The dark cloud of YouTube, the so-called black sector. And again, am I wrong? I haven't been wrong yet. I told you the that it is definitely a black cloud. Indeed, it is. Thank you so much for doing so, Miss Keish. And I will return the favor once you go live. With that being said, I ain't wrong yet. I told you that the black sector of YouTube is a dark, ominous, negative black cloud that just doesn't go away. It doesn't evaporate. It just doesn't leave. It just creates more havoc, confusion, and hatred. Yes, and there is so much hatred right now. There's so much hatred for this motherfucker. Oh, Brad, Brad, Brad Leak, Brad Leak, bro. I call him the crybaby of YouTube. The guy, he's the most hypocritical troll that you have ever witnessed on YouTube. And please do yourself a favor, go see for yourself. It is amazing what this motherfucker. Now, it is amazing what this motherfucker just said recently, and I'm sure anyone tuning in to this live already knows what this stupid motherfucker said. But he goes. No, understand. Hold on. Now. I need to let y'all know that this motherfucker is a partner. I would say a PNC to a motherfucker that I despise. A piece of shit motherfucker that runs plays for content. I call that piece of shit punk motherfucker that will never pull up on me, Chubby Lee. Oh, and we already know. Today's Tuesday, folks. We know what Turn Up Tuesday's content is gonna be about, don't we? I own real estate in that nigga's thoughts right now. Understand what I'm saying? Uh, but Brad Leaks, Brad Leak is that chubby motherfucker's friend, YouTube friend. I don't think they ever met in real life. Maybe they have, maybe they haven't. I don't know. But they love each other on YouTube. They support each other on YouTube. In fact, you can see you can see Brad Leak under the troll name Ghetto Intellect on many different panels within the beef sector, within the black sector, and of course the Mo 3 sector. This piece of shit, interesting hypocrite of a character right here, found the reason to support the black sector in the process of slandering me and trying to besmirch my name and destroy my platform. See, this motherfucker who goes by Ghetto Intellect on YouTube prides himself as being a troll. And I've already told you that troll had many trolls, most trolls, 5% of those that call themselves trolls have dissociative or disorders, narcissistic behavior, and other sick and perverse things that they like to do, and conditions that they can't control. More on that later. But this motherfucker found a reason to talk about me on many different lives, and I returned the favor. About, what was it, 4 months ago? I returned the favor and asked this. I basically threatened him. I basically, I basically threatened him to basically put out information that I found out about this motherfucker. Told him basically in this live, I told him to bring forth your wife to tell the YouTube streets that she is okay with your trolling activities on YouTube. That was my proposal because I found out some really damning information. Remember Tina Turner? I'm sure y'all remember Tina Turner, right? And the $100,000 that was fundraised by his performance as Tina Turner. Do you remember that huge fucking lie? Because indeed, folks, it is a lie, and I have the information to prove it. No, he was not no, he was not an employee that decided to do a performance as Tina Turner for his job. No, that didn't happen. He raised $100,000 for cancer research through his performance. That's what was told. Remember? Oh, this this character. Oh, he has done a many of different things. But as of late, this character. Yes, I'm about to talk about your ass, nigga. You dumb, stupid motherfucker. Yes, I'm about to talk about your ass and what and your activities as of late on here on YouTube, on these YouTube streets. Now I need a show of hands. I need a show of hands. Who didn't know this was gonna happen? I need a show of hands. You in the back. Raise your hands higher. Everyone in the back, raise. Who didn't see this coming? Who didn't see this coming? Raise your hands high. I need them. I need to see him. I need to see him. Oh, you didn't? You didn't see this coming? Well, there was much evidence that this character known as Ghetto Intellect was going through a lot of shit. You know, he done. Now, I gotta take it back. Remember, this is the same character that lost his high paying career job because he wanted to troll another troll who was better at her trolling. Don't take my word for it. Just go look. Go look. It's all on YouTube. This motherfucker lost his job because he wanted to troll. Now, with that being said, it needs to be understood that many people probably saw this coming. And yes, I am one of it. But I want to ask everyone a question. Excuse me. I'm back with you. Now, again, as I was saying, I want to ask a question, and anyone in all the sectors that I am not a part of, but I frequent here and there and everywhere once in a while, I have a question for you. Where is Brad's intellect? Where is it? Has anyone seen Brad's intellect? We certainly have seen his trolling. We have seen him troll, correct? But where's his intellect? Where is it? Now, I'm asking this because I'm concerned. I'm concerned that this hypocrite, this piece of shit liar, this troll doesn't know the definition of intellect. Where is Brad's intellect? And like I said, I don't think he understands the definition of intellect. And assuming that that's the case, I took it upon myself to Google the meaning of intellect for him. Because maybe he's using it in a different context. I don't know, because we haven't seen it. We haven't seen Ghetto's intellect. Like, what is intellectual about a person who chooses to lose their job for trolling on YouTube? He brags about it. He literally brags. It wasn't even a loss for him. He has even said it. Losing his job because of trolling wasn't a loss for him. It was a gain. It was an opportunity for him to find better career positions, opportunities, and situations, I guess. This is how he spent. You should be dizzy by now. This is how he spun the narrative. When the facts of the matter is that the stupid motherfucker lost his job for trolling. And as of recently, maybe a few weeks ago, it has been said that Ghetto Intellect, that's the name he goes by on YouTube, remember that, has also lost his wife. Allegedly. Allegedly. Remember, I asked him to bring his wife up here on YouTube. I asked him to bring his wife here to YouTube to tell the YouTube populace on this side of YouTube to explain her admiration of watching her husband on YouTube trolling, playing underneath females, content creators, and subscribers' skirts while she's doing her thing, possibly working, tending to the family, and this, that, and other, being responsible, not a troll. I asked him to do so, to bring her up and just tell us that she's okay with you trolling under the name Ghetto Intellect. Now, again, maybe this stupid motherfucker don't know the meaning of intellect, of the word intellect. Maybe he doesn't know the definition. So I need y'all, whoever's watching and knows this punk motherfucker, this stupid idiot motherfucker, have him pay attention. Intellect is a noun. The word intellect is a noun. The sum of the cognitive faculties. That is a whole lot in one sentence right there. The sum of the cognitive faculties. Now, let me ask you, do any of you know what cognitive means? Because it's very important. You're probably not going to understand that sentence if you don't understand what cognitive means. Uh, but hey, most of you motherfuckers don't come to YouTube for information. Can we agree on that? Most of, never mind. I'm okay. So, except sense and imagination. Now, the sensory, the sensory faculties that we all have, seeing, smelling, touching, tasting, these have nothing to do with intellect. These are things that are innate in our anatomy, biology, whatever. It's innate in us. This is so being able to see, touch, taste, smell, shit like that doesn't count. It's not a part of intellect. It's not a part of intellect. What is a part of intellect is being able to describe these senses in a way that others can understand. Get it? Okay, moving on. The capacity of reasoning truth, established in the late 14th century. Now, this is a concept, intellect is a concept that has been recognized since the 14th century. And we are here now in 2023, correct? Okay. What's good? AP Apocalypse. Shout out to my Blurred Minds Media Network family and everyone that works with us, supports us, and helps us out over here. Somebody got to say this shit. We are a team. Yes, we is. AP. But as I was saying, we moving on. I just want to clear up what the meaning of intellect is to those that probably you didn't know. Now, from what I have already read to you, the sum of the cognitive faculties, except in the sense of sense and imagination, mm, yeah, imagination. Can you be in the that's another argument. We can do that later. I'm not going to get into it right now. The capacity of reasoning truth. Old French. Intellectual capacity, 13th century. You see that on the screen, right? Oh, this is gonna get better. Just pay attention. Pay attention. We're learning now. We're learning. I know this ain't what you're used to. You're used to that bullshit. Now, and let me point out something. I don't want to waste my fucking time talking about this nigga. But if I'm talking about this nigga, I don't see it as a waste of time. Because with that being said, I would rather I see within my catalog on my channel I have thought provoking, very serious content dealing with subject matters that is relevant to everyone. Shit that matters. I talk about the pandemic from the very beginning, the war that has affected economies all over the world. From the very beginning, I've talked about uh, police shootings and my interpretation of the events. I've talked about crackhead presidents' sons, and or should I say, presidents with crackhead sons, or a crackhead son. I talked about the fallacy and the fraud that is Black Lives Matter as a movement. I've talked about so many things, and I would rather not waste my time talking about trolls, piece of shit motherfuckers that would never talk to me face to face the way they talk to me behind the comfort of a screen. You get it? But since this motherfucker has made the YouTube streets news, I find it important for me to record what I have seen in this event. But I digress. Directly from Latin as intellect, intellectus, intellectus, from Latin intellectus. Discernment. Oh shit. Oh shit. Discernment. More on that later. Remember that word, discernment. That is very important to what I'm about to show you. Discern discernment. Perception. A perception, understanding. Mm, mm, mm. A perception, a understanding. uh, okay, so again, my question is, where is Brad's intellect? Because the properties and the properties of intellect, we understanding, discernment. We have discernment. Wow, like where is it? Has anyone seen it? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Has anyone seen Brad's intellect? Ghetto intellect is what he goes by on YouTube. But I want to ask you, is there anything intellectual about what I'm about to show you? You ready? Here it goes. Now, there was a fuss going on 24 plus hours ago, and it was brought to everyone's attention by a YouTube content creator, a female humanoid, who calls herself here on YouTube, I am Okay, so this is crazy. This female content creator goes by the name here on YouTube. I am. I is spelled like the eyeball. I am lurker. Okay, this is very important because what was said on, I assume what was said on this female humanoid's live within her chat room by none other than she posted it on her community wall actually. That which was said by the character Ghetto Intellect. It was posted on her community wall. I am the lurker is the YouTube channel. Please go like and subscribe to her and go look at the community wall, please, and see what this intelligent motherfucker, I say that so jokingly, this intelligent motherfucker said. Salute and respect, Della, in the chat room. Salute to you. I need you to help me find Ghetto's intellect because I don't think it was ever there. I'm beginning to think it was never there. Now again, this information was brought to us by a live that was done. I assume this live and the comments that were made was in I am the lurker chat room, in her chat room during her live. This is my assumption. Please, I am I am fully accepting of correction when need be. So if I am wrong in this area, please inform me and let me know. I assume that this comment was made in I am the lurker. Please like and subscribe to her work and her content on her channel here on YouTube. I assume that this comment right here was made in her chat room. And that comment was made by the character known as Ghetto Intellect. What did he say? And I quote, I saw lurker daughter combing her hair. Period. That is very important because we're talking about intellect, we're talking about discernment, we're talking about being able to understand. That is very important. The period, where it lies, where it is, and the and that it denotes the ending of a sentence. Are we clear in that? Are we clear that that period right there is the end of a statement, starting another one? And that statement, okay, so, oh shit, I'm trying to break it down while reading it. Let me read the whole thing in full context, then break it down. And I quote, I saw Lurker, daughter, combing her hair. My dick hit the roof. She is 3 a.m. drooling fine. I'm going to read it again. I saw Lurker, daughter, combing her hair. My dick hit the roof. She is 3 a.m. drooling fine. I need you to pay attention to the periods, the end of sentence, and the whole statement that was made. Salute behind the bar. That is my guy, a real one right there. That is a real one right there. He don't make content and make plays on other content creator. He sticks to his own content. He don't run plays. He ain't using motherfuckers for content. He's a real one. And he makes very, very entertaining content. So please like and subscribe. Behind the Bar 3.0. I've been riding with him and his platform since the very first time I listened and watched his content. And I am proud to do so. With that being said, did you understand what was said in this statement? Now, again, I assume that this statement was made in I Am the Lurker's chat room she was live, and he was in the chat room making such inflammatory statements. And if you and going back to the topic of intellect, you would think a person with the attribute of intellect would know better. You would think, or you would think a person with intellect would somehow be able to phrase that sentence, that whatever you're trying to, that statement, phrase it in a way that is understandable. Now, let's read it again. I saw Lurker, daughter, combing her hair. Period. Now, you would ask yourself, just who is he talking about in this sentence? Combing hair. You would assume Miss Lurker's daughter, correct? You would absolutely be correct in making that assumption because how it was stated within the sentence. I saw Lurker, daughter, combing her hair. You would assume that Brad Leak saw Miss Lurker's daughter combing her own hair. How did he see her? Possibly through a live in some shape, form, or fashion. Okay, let's make that assumption. My dick hit the roof. From what, Mr. Intellect? Why did your dick hit the roof? Because of the past statement, the previous statement. I saw Lurker daughter. I'm saying it the way it's written. I saw Lurker daughter combing her hair. That's what you would, and you would be absolutely right to assume that. And Miss Lurker of I Am the Lurker YouTube channel would absolutely be correct in assuming that is what he meant, and she has absolutely the right to be furious, angry, even. Why? Because this statement was made by a 50-plus-year-old man towards a 14-year-old. Yeah, 14. Now we're gonna stick on it. We're gonna break this down. Remember, because the topic is about intellect. Now let's assume that the character known as Ghetto Intellect saw the lurker's daughter during a live, and he was in the chat viewing the live itself. Let's just assume that. Okay. This person with intellect didn't have enough discernment to one, stay on topic, two, focus on the host of the live stream who is hosting the show, because it is I Am the Lurker's show and not her daughter. A person with intellect would have enough discernment to know better. Remember, discernment is one of the properties and attributes of intellect, right? I'm just saying. I'm sorry. I read too much. I think too much. And that's why I always say, what I'm saying. You gotta understand me. I'm a type of motherfucker that thinks for myself. I don't. I don't just follow the in crowd. I don't give a fuck about your leader. You understand me? I am a person that stands strongly by myself here in YouTube, respecting everyone, and still saying fuck all sectors. Fuck all sectors. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Fuck all sectors. I don't need any sector. I don't need to be a part of any club or thing. You know what I'm saying? I do social media because that is the age that I live in. So I do. I am current. I stay with the times, and I do it the way that I see fit. And the way I see fit is not to follow you stupid motherfuckers that only go along to get along. Do not challenge each other's thought, and do not give out information that is applicable and applicable. And that's why I say fucked out sectors. And that's why I find ghetto, so-called ghetto intellects. That's the character he goes by out here on YouTube. Remember that. That's why I find his actions very weird. I find his actions very weird. And I don't fuck with a character on YouTube or in real life, such as this punk motherfucker right here. This stupid motherfucker pretending to have intellect. Folks, you have to understand. I have a very short fuse, and I have a very short tolerance for the weird shit. For the weird shit. Like the shit that these weak, cowardly, weaselly troll niggas do and niggas do here on YouTube. I don't get into it. I call myself the troll slayer. I really do. I've been calling myself the troll slayer. I fucking hate trolls. I really do. I've been calling myself the troll slayer for a very, very long time. Exactly. I wanted that today. It's gonna be hard to do when he has me on his mind. He's gonna have me on his mind. I'm gonna be. I'm already. I got development property going on within that fat motherfucker's brain cells right now. Um, It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard for him. We're gonna try to see how he's gonna spin this narrative and defend his buddy, his partner Bradley. Because remember, he said that no matter what, I ain't gonna give a fuck about it. However, he says it in his fake ass tongue. He supports him, Brad Leak. He supports ghetto intellects, shenanigans, and he's been just like a lot of you, just like a lot of you, supporting ghetto's antics for a very long time. And to be fair, there have been people also saying, calm the fuck down. Stay offline, Mr. Intellect. Get off the panels. Stay off the panels. I've been paying attention. I told you. I have been paying close attention. See, this man makes it a point to make himself seen on panels, make himself heard on panels. So much so that he says that he funds and supports monetarily many different YouTube content creators, and he is the one that does this the most. He spends money here in these YouTube streets to troll. Yes, he spends money to troll. Again, has anyone seen Brad's intellect? I'm looking. I'm looking. Now, again, going back to the statement that was made, and everybody is enraged about. Oh, I've seen 3/4 of the PPP law firm dig off into this pussy nigga's ass, dig off into this dumb, stupid motherfucker's ass. 3/4 of the PPP putrid, pathetic, and punk bitch law firm, YouTube law firm. They went in on this motherfucker. They ain't having it. Oh, it's a violation. You're talking about being a sexual predator towards kids, towards children, Mr. Intellect, Brad Leak. Knowingly in chat rooms saying these things. Someone with so much intellect, so much so that you brag about your Sigma Cum Laude or your college, your alumni, your. I was in college. I graduated from. Show me someone other than the character known as Ghetto Intellect that has intellect and would be willing to go on YouTube and say such a thing towards a 14-year-old. Please show me another with intellect. Again, this whole thing is about where the fuck is Brad's intellect. And yes, it is absolutely true that Miss I Am Lurker is furious. And she has all right to be, especially when such inflammatory statements is made by someone who claims to have intelligence. She absolutely has the right to be infuriated, livid, ferociously angry. And she should do whatever she thinks she needs to do as a protective parent of her child. I am totally in agreement. Because no one with true intellect would ever make such a statement. uh, uh, and I'm just here to enjoy it because again, you stupid motherfucker, you spoke on me without knowing a quarter, not even knowing a droplet of the information you thought you knew about me, and you spoke out of turn. Ain't that the way the universe works? We all have our turn in the spotlight, son, and it's your turn. I told you this was gonna happen. I told you. Remember, I made the video. I told you this was gonna happen. I didn't know to the extent of how it would happen, but you were stupid enough to make it happen, and I thank you. I thank you, and you just gave me an opportunity to make content off your head, like them stupid motherfuckers in the black sector did to me, and I appreciate that. And good content it is because you learned something today, didn't you? You learned the meaning of intellect. And this episode was brought to you by the word intellect. Well, I think that's all I need to say. If there's anyone that would like to speak to me, please contact me at SomebodyGottaSayThisShit at gmail.com. We can, however you want to conversate, we can conversate. However you want to do it, we can do it. Again, I'm just here to share information. I would much rather talk about bullshit pandemics. I would much rather talk about inflation and the coming recession that will be coming in the middle of this year. Yeah, recession still coming. I would much rather talk about those type things, but you allowed me to make content off your head. Remember how that's done here in these YouTube streets? But the thing is, I do it. Listen to this. Listen to this. I do it with such intellect. Oh shit. Oh well, I'm sure there's gonna be more to this story later, and I will be tuning in for all of it. I am Earth the Nerve, aka Mr. Somebody. Everybody, somebody. Somebody gotta say this shit.
Somebody gotta say this shit, so piss a bitch. Fuck your government. I'm hesitant to holler out that I'm in. I represent hollow points and Mac tears. Don't think shots coming out of them. Last thing that you see is Nat Turner's grin. I'm a savage, not the average white boy, my friend. We ain't shoot. Fuck red, white, and blue. Earth they nerves like militias in the booth. Spit that word like there was a nigga too. Get that herb like I need a blunt or two. Fuck y'all all, each and every one of you. You niggas wanna stay asleep? Fuck you motherfuckers too. All you niggas ain't loyal. Fuck the government soil. Bring heat to the planet till this motherfucker boil. There's no more talk.